Learn how an inner function can access variables from its outer function. This example creates a function inside another function and uses it to update a variable. Let's look at it together. Let us go through this example together to see and understand how inner functions can see everything in the outer function. So here is my script section in my code, and I have a couple of comments that outline the steps to follow to make the example. The number one says that we should create outer function and name it add. So what do I need to do? It means I need to make a function and call it add, the name of the function. Then inside it, what do I need to add? The step outline says declare variable counter equals to 0. So let counter equals to 0. Now that I have this, it says create inner function plus. So inside this now, I need to make another function and call it name plus. And inside it, it says inner functions update counters. So to make this update counter, then that means I need a way to increment the counter. So how am I going to do that? Well, first of all, let me call the function itself, and then let me return counter. But the counter is not added to what is not added to my code already, so I need to add it here. Counter plus equals 1. So this is where the functions will end. So for clarity, let me do it like this. So outside, then I can call the function and also return the counter. So once I have this, I need a way to be able to display the result. So how do I do that? Well, I just come outside of the function and then use document.getElement by ID to get the ID of my element, and use the inner.html to update the context. So here I need to call the function itself. Now you can see 1 on my screen. So which exactly is what I'm expecting, because from the default of 0, if this counter method actually works and I added 1 to 0, I expect it to give me the output of 1, which exactly is correct. So what this example does is that it creates a function, as you can see, inside another function. So there's plus function inside the add function, and use it to update a variable. So the way it works is that when the add method is called here, the counter is created inside it, then the inner function plus is defined. Then the plus call increases the counter by 1. Then the add method returns updated value and then display the result. So the key things here is that functions can be inside other functions, and inner functions access outer variables, because this exactly is what a closure behavior looks like. Here we just create a function inside another function, and the inner function uses the outer variable counter and updates it. This works because inner function have access to outer scope. Aside from that, what exactly does closure functions allow us to do? Closure functions allow functions to share and update data across scope, just as we are able to share data between these two functions, the nested function and the outer one. Nested functions are the foundations of closures. They allow inner functions to access and control outer variable. So moving on, let's look at few takeaways from this lesson. We have been able to learn that inner functions share outer scope, as you can see in this example. Variables can be modified as well by inner functions. And in practice, this exactly is how closure works in JavaScript. So look at the example again, just a simple example. An outer function and an inner functions that modifies the global that modifies the variables that we have inside the outer function.